Previously, Yuri's boon meant that he received a vision telling him the quickest and safest way for the group to bring Zaya and Ezra to that plane of existence. There were a number of steps involved in a ritual that could do what he needed, and the Sword of Veils would be required. They would also need to receive magical tattoos to anchor them to the plane once they arrived. Or he could risk drawing from the deck of many things. The DM made sure to include that hint too. I mean, the vision showed it was also a possibility. The group then interrogated Ryland a bit. While he was careful of his wording, he revealed that he was from an apocalyptic future where the group had died and everything had gone to shit. Eventually, once they were done interrogating him, Thalrizian went to the waystone and touched his oath stone to it. The currents above them started to shift, and the walls of the cavern cracked. Water started pouring in, and a voice of a woman spoke with Thalrizian for a moment. The group was then carried to the surface by the water, and Yuri did some fishing before climbing back up onto the ship. They were about 4 hours away from the shore, so they decided to head there before stopping for the night, even though it was late. Considering the ocean was crawling with predators, it seemed like a good idea to not be on the ship where they could easily be found. They managed to find a secluded cove to bring the ship in and put it back into its bottle. Yuri and Ryland went through to the villa to buy some things, while Tisha stayed on the ship inside the bottle. The others made camp a bit off the beach. At the villa, a suspicious Vitalia ended up making Ryland reveal that he was actually only in his mid-20s, which was really fucking young for an elf. Yuri being Yuri, he promptly decided to adopt him. On the other side of the ocean, where the rest of the group was camping, Thalrizian and Tornak discovered the existence of raccoons, which they caught ransacking the camp during their watch. Thalrizian put the raccoons to sleep and tucked them into little beds. Sean and Taria were both very confused when they woke up from their watch. They were even more confused after Thalrizian explained what had happened. Over the watch, Taria created an unseen servant to help touch up her tattoos, while Sean and Mr. Nibblesworth actually kept watch. Back in Port Freehaven, Ryland impersonated Keelan and turned in rubbings at the Wayward Cartographers Society. Then he and Yuri went shopping for what they needed. Sean and Taria's watch ended with the sun rising, and a bird landed in front of Taria with a letter. It was a letter from a friend of hers who she'd reached out to, letting her know what was going on in her hometown. Taria changed her appearance to that of her friend, Cecily, who both Sean and Tornak recognized as the young woman Taria transformed into back in Peatstone when she stormed off. That's who the letter was from. While they waited for the others to return, Taria started working on casting Phantom Steed ritually. And that is where we left off.